Hi students, today we are going to see other type of problem, resolution of force. If two or more forces are acting at a point, how can we find the resultant force as well as the direction of force? Okay, so for example, this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis. Here two or three forces, more than two forces are acting at a point O. Maybe this is a force 1, this is force 2, this is force 3, and this is force 4. Okay, we know the angle of inclination of this force from the x-axis. That's also very important. Okay, so we can say like this: from this point, this is the theta 4. From this point, we can say this is the theta 3. The corresponding angle of these forces. Okay, this is the theta 2. This is the theta 1. The theta must be taken from this axis, x-axis. That's also very important. Okay, so here F1 is the force 1, F2 is the force 2, F3 is the force 3, F4 equal to force 4. Here theta 1 equal to the corresponding angle of theta 1 is the corresponding angle of force 1, theta 2 is the corresponding angle of force 2, theta 3 is the corresponding angle of force 3, and theta 4 is the corresponding angle of this force 4. Okay, how can we find the resultant force as well as the direction of that resultant force? Here's nothing, is very simple. First of all, resultant component along x-axis. Along x-axis. That means the formula is summation of h equal to f1 cos theta 1 plus f2 cos theta 2 plus f3 cos theta 3 plus f4 cos theta 4 plus etc. n numbers. You can add the n numbers of forces. Okay, similarly you can also find the summation, that means a resultant component along y-axis, that is summation of v equal to f1 sin theta 1 plus f2 sin theta 2 plus f3 sin theta 3 plus f4 sin theta 4 plus etc. n numbers of force. You can add it. Just keep this formula very carefully. This is not a complicated one. So just you can write in the summation of horizontal component. Here, this means, every inclined member has a horizontal component as well as a vertical component. Okay, here we consolidate all horizontal component. That's a concept. Here we consolidate all vertical component. That's the meaning. That meaning here 1, 2, 3, 4 forces are there. 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 forces are there. Here we consolidate a single force. That is a summation of vertical and summation of vertical. That means I said every inclined member. This is maybe inclined member. Inclined member has a vertical component and horizontal component. Similarly, we consolidate all these things. So that means maybe this is a summation of vertical. maybe this is a summation of horizontal, this is the resultant force. We don't know exactly which quadrant is lying this particular forces. Okay, we don't know exactly. So maybe when you consolidate this horizontal force, maybe we will get the negative result or positive result. We cannot predict that one. Okay, depending upon the force, depending upon the problem, the value may change. Even in the summation of vertical force, you may get the positive result or you may get the negative result. It depending upon the forces. For example, if you get the both positive result, and if you get the maybe the horizontal force also you get the positive result, summation of vertical force also you will get the positive result. That means these two forces are lying at the first quadrant. Okay, this is a this is normally the quadrant. This is a plus, this is the minus, plus, this is the minus, this is the plus, minus. Okay, the sign convention of the four quadrant, 1 2 3, this is fourth quadrant, right? It's the same theory we are going to apply over here. Okay, so if you get the negative sign or positive sign, doesn't matter. That represent the which quadrant lies of these forces. Okay, so for example, if you get the horizontal force is a negative, positive force is a positive, sorry, for example, if we get the positive result in the summation of horizontal, negative result in the summation of vertical, means the positive means this positive summation of horizontal force acting like this, then summation of vertical force is acting like this. So automatically we know this resultant force which is lying on the second quadrant. Okay, then next condition, for example, if you summation of horizontal force, you get the negative result. Summation of vertical component also you get the negative result. What does it mean? It means summation of horizontal, summation of vertical. So these two forces are lying in the third quadrant. Okay, that's the meaning. After that, we are going to find the resultant force of these two forces. Resultant force are equal to summation of horizontal force square plus summation of vertical force square. This is the concept. Here we are going to apply the Pythagoras theorem. Okay, R equal to root of summation of h square plus summation of v square. Okay, so after that we should find the theta value. Theta, that is the direction of the resultant force, theta equal to tan inverse summation of vertical divided by summation of horizontal. Okay, this is the very important formula to find the resultant force of the multiple forces. Okay, resultant force and direction of these forces. These are the very important formula. Okay, here in the university point of view, there are two possible way to ask some questions. Okay, one is they give the force, all force and the angle, that is theta. We should find the resultant force and the direction of this resultant force, that's a r and theta. R is resultant force, as a theta. We should find the theta value. Then second possible way to ask question, they give the resultant force and they missed any one force, maybe they omit the F1 or F2, F3, any one force and theta 1. They omit these two forces. We should find what is the value of F1 as well as what's the value of theta 1. Okay, this is the possible way to ask this type of questions. The next we are going to work out a problem. This is the third problem of this unit. Okay, three forces of magnitude 40 kilonewton, 15 kilonewton and 20 kilonewton are acting at a point O as shown in figure. The angles made by 40 kilonewton, 15 kilonewton and 20 kilonewton forces with the x-axis are 60 degree, 120 degree and 240 degree respectively. Determine the magnitude and direction of the resultant force. Here they give three forces, right? And we know the corresponding angle of these three forces. Based upon this problem, first of all we have to draw this diagram. Okay, this is the x-axis, this is the y axis. So first force is 40 kilonewton. For 40 kilonewton, what's the corresponding angle? It's a 60 degree. So this is the F1 equal to 40 kilonewton. The angle is 60 degree. Okay, then second 15 kilonewton, corresponding angle from the x-axis, that is equal to 120 degree. So this force F2 equal to 15 kilonewton. The third force is 20 kilonewton. What's the corresponding angle? 240 degree. So this is F3 equal to 240 F3 20 kilonewton, which is acting 240 degree. Okay, clear? Can you understand about this problem? So okay, first of all write the what are the data are given in the problem. Given data, what is the F1 equal to 40 kilonewton. Okay, corresponding angle theta 1 equal to 60 degree. F2 equal to 15 kilonewton, the corresponding angle equal to 120 degree. F3 equal to 20 kilonewton, corresponding angle theta 3 equal to 240 degree. What should we find from this problem? We should to find resultant force and the theta. Okay, magnitude of this resultant force. How can we solve this problem? So first of all you can also write like this. First of all you find the summation of horizontal component. Okay, you are going to consolidate all horizontal components. So you know the formula. You can also write like the F1 cos theta 1. But to keep in like this, for the horizontal component you use cos theta. Okay, cos theta 1 plus F2 cos theta 2 plus F3 cos theta 3. You know all this value. F1 equal to 40 kilonewton into cos, what is the theta? 60 degree, plus F2 equal to 15 into cos 120 degree, plus F3, what's the value of 3? 20 into cos 240 degree. Okay, when you solve this equation you will get the value summation of H equal to 2.5 kilonewton. Summation of H equal to 2.5 kilonewton. Similarly, you should find the summation of vertical component. So you know the formula, sin F1 sin theta 1 plus F2 sin theta 2 plus F3 sin theta 3. Here small change, right? Rest of them everything is same. For the vertical component you are using the sin theta. For the horizontal component you are using cos theta. So just apply all this value. You know this F1 value. F1 equal to 40 sin 60 degree plus F2, you know the F2 value 15 into sin 120 degree plus F3 equal to, what's the value of F3? F3 equal to 20 into sin 240 degree. Okay, when you solve this equation you will get the value summation of vertical equal to 30.31 kilonewton. 30.31, you get positive result, right? This is also positive, this is also positive. You can easily get conclusion these two forces are acting in the first quadrant. That means this is the summation of horizontal. This is the summation of horizontal. So summation of horizontal equal to 2.5 kilonewton. This is the summation of vertical component, 30.31 kilonewton. Here we should find the resultant force. What is the resultant force? It's nothing, it's a trigonometry rule. Okay, here you can also use the trigonometry rule. So this formula also derived using this trigonometry rule. Okay, R equal to summation of horizontal cos square plus summation of v square. So what's the value of summation of horizontal? 2.5 square plus 30.31 square. Okay, so summation of horizontal component equal to 2.5 square plus 30.31 square. When you solve this equation, you will get value 30.41 kilonewton. So resultant force R equal to 30.31 kilonewton. Then what should we find from this problem? Direction of the resultant force. That's the formula equal to tan theta equal to, what's the formula? Tan theta equal to summation of v divided by summation of h. So theta equal to tan inverse summation of v divided by summation of h. So here we know all these values. So theta equal to tan inverse summation of v equal to 30.31 divided by 2.5. When you solve this equation, you will get the value 85.20 degree. Theta equal to 85.30 degree. That means R equal to 30.41 kilonewton. Theta, this theta from the x side, theta equal to 85.20 degree. This is the solution. Okay. Then thank you for watching this video.